so funny. They're like, oh, the Harris Teeter on South End, like between like 5 and 7 on Fridays. I was like, oh, this is a thing. It's an actual thing. So.
Wow, it's a dating hub. Interesting.
I know, who knew? Maybe that's our next event spot is HT.
Meet me at the produce. They have a bar.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, so you see someone cute in the grocery store.
Guys, if you're afraid to go out and get rejected by a girl, listen up, okay? Because I get a lot of comments from you guys saying, oh, I don't want to go up and approach a girl because I'm just weird or I'm just awkward. Whatever the case is. The problem with that is you're already disqualifying yourself before you even get a chance. You're already telling yourself that you're not good enough to go up and approach her. Okay, you need to reframe your mindset, all right? You're the man. If you don't go up and approach her, you are ultimately rejecting yourself, which is 1,000 times worse, okay? I would rather you guys go out there and respectfully approach a girl and get rejected 1,000 times than reject yourself by not going up and approaching in the first place, okay?
And another thing you have to understand is that modern women, they keep on trying to make men feel guilty about backing up, about not helping, about protecting themselves, staying for themselves. That's a form of protection. Well, how come a man won't protect me? How come a man won't provide? How come a man just going his own way? Because you've shown that man that you're a bona fide problem. You've shown that man that you're not safe to be around. You've shown that man that you can't keep your mouth closed, especially when it matters. And I'm not about to put myself in danger.
Yo, excuse me? I was just gonna ask you, like, is it okay if I try and pick you up right now? Like, I thought you were cute.
Usually this opener won't work because it puts you in the chasing frame.
Is this for pledge talk?
No, I thought you were cute.
But he subconsciously signals the take it or leave it attitude because of his relaxed, careless tonality.
Taylor?
Taylor, I'm Brady.
Nice to meet you.
Taylor, you don't really look like a Taylor, though.
Really?
I think you look more like my type.
That's good.
I'll get your number real quick then.
Bold?
Bold? I mean, that's good, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thank you. Hey, have a good day.
Thank you, after getting the number, makes it sound like she did you a favor, putting you in the chasing frame.
All right, now I'm warmed up.
That's crazy. Overall, 9.47 out of 10.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
As a man, as a masculine in their relationship, it's your job to bloom the feminine. Like a man can love from a loyalty perspective, different than a woman, because he's the initiator and he can have his mission and his thing in life going. And if the woman's not as responsive, he can still love her. But for a woman, for the relationship to for the man to not be feeding into her in love and nurturing the relationship, her love, because it has to be watered. And I think that's where guys get this confusion thinking, oh, women can't love unconditionally. The better way to think about this is that a woman is a responder.
Because women need something, her partner, her children, whatever, to pour her feminine qualities into.
Right.
Feminine qualities can be enjoyed just by the woman herself, but they're more beneficial to her and to everybody if she is pouring them onto the people that she cares about.
No, I think men just get tired of being walked over. They just get tired of it, man. It's exhausting to get disrespected in pretty much darn near every situation. Every scenario you can think about, the man is going to come out dead last. And not only are modern women setting it up to where men are going to come out dead last in every situation, they're telling men, they've gotten so bold as to tell men, you are going to come out dead last. And you should be happy that you're going to come out dead last. Your life is in service to me. Regardless of what you think that you should get, your life is in service.
A man shouldn't have to beg for affection from the woman he loves. Because when a man truly loves someone, affection is not a luxury to him, it becomes emotional reassurance. Sometimes all he wants is simple things: to feel chosen, to feel appreciated, to feel warmth from the person he gives his heart to. But many men stay silent about it. They act strong. They pretend it doesn't affect them. Meanwhile, they slowly start feeling emotionally unwanted in the relationship. And the truth is, a man who constantly has to ask for love eventually starts questioning his worth instead of questioning the love he is getting, the relationship. Affection may seem small to some people. A hug, a soft tone, a simple "I'm proud of you." Even the strongest amongst us, carrying the weight of life quietly, those things can feel like peace. Because men need emotional safety too. Men get tired of feeling emotionally alone beside someone they love. And nothing hurts more than giving genuine love to someone who makes affection feel like something you have to earn.
That's almost impressive, actually. I mean, using the logical fallacy of composition, just straight up generalizations, prejudice, and bigotry all in one statement. My goodness, I hope they didn't hurt anything.
This is just a reminder that if you ever ask a man for something and he says, "we'll see," you need to remind him that he'll never see you again. Thank you.
Ladies, that's who y'all be taking advice from? Like, that's who y'all take advice from. Because that was the whole video. That was it. Like, beginning to end. That was the statement. And I'm sure somewhere there's someone that watched that video and said, this is what I need to do. In today's economy, if a man ever says we'll see based on his circumstances, you should never see him again. I'm such at a loss for words, I really don't even know what to say to this woman. Because I'll be honest, I could be mad at a lot of things. In my mind, there's so many like witty insults that are just brewing, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna stay at the topic at hand. But this is what we mean when we say women give the worst relationship advice. Absolute worst. The female side of things, the dating economy for women have been led by the streetwalkers and women like that make unreasonable, irresponsible, idiotic takes on how to deal with a man. Here's some advice that I think anybody would benefit from. Before you take advice from that person, see if they actually live the advice that they're giving you. Yeah, keep the change.
I think modern women feel like men are here for their sole enjoyment, for their sole discretion. A lot of times these modern women, they'll do things, they'll make their choices, whatever you call it, and he'll make his, right? He'll do whatever he thinks is best for him, and she'll do whatever she thinks is best for her. Fine. Nobody has a problem with that. But you have to live with your actions, and you have to be accountable. That's the part that modern women don't like. I want to be able to do what I want, act how I want, be who I want to be, without any consequences, without having to be accountable. She's expecting the man at that point in time to come running back to her, or I come running back to you with open arms. You don't chastise me. You just look me in my eye and say, I understand. Here are all of your favorite snacks. I know you did me dirty, even after me saying stop, please, multiple times.
Girls think that they want to date a high-value man until he starts calling you out for not taking responsibility, before he starts holding you accountable, before he has higher standards for you than you have for yourself. We're talking about, oh, date a high-value man. And so this is what you do to have to attract a high-value man. But I've never heard anyone talk about like actually dating a high-value man takes a totally different kind of woman. It's not for the weak. I have other friends who are dating like very loving, very successful, perfectionist, ambitious men, and it is not for the weak.
There's a certain kind of man who looks at a strong woman and says, yeah, you can handle all that on your own. Good, keep doing it. That's the wrong man. And here's why. He will watch you carry all the weight, pay all the bills, hold all the emotional pressure, and they'll convince you that your independence means he doesn't have to step up. He'll let you drown quietly as long as it keeps him comfortable. But a grounded man, a real masculine, divine man, he knows you can do everything by yourself, and that's exactly why he refuses to let you. It has nothing to do with you being weak or him looking at you as weak. It's because you're not supposed to live in constant survival mode. A good man steps in, he takes weight off your shoulders without you having to beg. He provides direction, he brings stability, he creates space so your feminine can breathe again. He'll say to you, yeah, you can do all that, baby, but you won't have to with me. And here's the truth. A woman becomes her softest, most radiant self when she feels safe enough to stop carrying the whole world alone. So ladies, pay attention. The wrong man will praise your independence to avoid responsibility, but the right man will honor it while making sure you never have to use it to survive. I know it's not always easy, but it's 100% worth it.
And there's going to be a lot of modern women out there that talk about how men don't approach and how men don't go up and talk to women in the wild and start conversations and stuff like that. But a lot of times that's because, you might have a man that might look at you and smile, or look at you and nod in a coffee shop or even at a gas station, right? I don't think there's any harm in that, because that's just what people do. People just speak. Walking down the street today, I didn't know a brother, didn't know a couple of people that I seen today. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up? Hey, how you doing? And keep on going. But modern women today, they don't even give you that courtesy. They sit up and say something stupid like, I'm not going to say hi to him. He better pay for my groceries before I say hi to him. And that's why you're not getting people that want to take you seriously. Because a man says hi to you, he might see you in a coffee shop. Hey, how's it going? The next thing he knows, he's a predator. He's somehow become the world's biggest creep. And he's all over TikTok. Who would want
I swear my loyalty to me, myself.
Yeah, but what do you mean by that? A man treating a woman right? Most men do treat women right. They treat us like equals. Or they do nice things for what? To be treated like garbage back? Are they supposed to just put up with constant disrespect? Are they supposed to be okay with being used? Yeah, I'll pay for that $200 dinner. Oh, you want to ghost me afterwards? That's okay. No! Men having self-respect is not the same as men treating women badly. And you do realize the highest divorce rate is with 2 women in a relationship, right? 2 men actually have the lowest divorce rate. So you can go ahead and do the math on that one.
At some point in time, modern women have gone to, with the way they speak to men, they make it seem like they've gotten their degree in social work. They make it seem like they've completed a substantial amount of coursework in therapy, in counseling, with the way that they talk to men, with the words that they say to men, with the way that they try to take the language that they learned in therapy and weaponize it against men. Oh, you're a narcissist. No, I'm not. That's not the definition of it. Oh, well, you're this and you're that and you're misogynistic, and no, I'm not. You don't know the definition of that. There's plenty of videos out here where a man is asking a woman, because she says, well, I think this is misogynistic. Well, what is that? Silence. Because you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what they try to do with, oh, you're gaslighting me. Oh, you're a narcissist. What does that mean? And how is that narcissism? Silence. Because I don't know what the heck that I'm talking about. I can say that I've done the healing and the inner work. And men already know I'm full of BS. I'm full of bullcrap. Because I'm just talking nonsense. That's the position that a lot of modern women are in.
I want to speak to getting married later in life. Yeah. Because as an independent woman, right, I was married at 34. So I lived a lot of life by myself, providing for myself, just navigating life. And I don't know if women understand the process of submission. Yeah. Right. And in dating, we're submitted to the Lord. Right. And I feel like some people move out of order by being submitted in dating, and that's for marriage. Right. But when you get married and you have a covering, right, and protection, and some women haven't experienced that period with lack of fathers and different things, you don't understand how independent your actions can be just by default. And so that's been a learning curve for me, because my line was, well, I've been doing this for 34 years. That has no meaning in marriage, right? When you're becoming one. And so it's really important to submit to the Lord, his lordship first. Yeah. With small things, finances, asking him, hey, should I wear this before I leave? Father, listen, right? Just submitting in different ways, because when you get married, it will be an easier process to be able to hear and understand what's beneficial for unity versus discord.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm willing to die on this hill. I believe that men should be the initiators and the pursuers in the beginning of a relationship. I believe that men are supposed to be leaders. They are the hunters, and they need to step into that role, into that masculinity, and they need to pursue us. I'm not pursuing a man. I'm not chasing a man. I went to a vigorous back and forth with my ex-sister-in-law about this because she wanted to try to set me up with one of her coworkers. And so she gave him my number. So she already handed that on a silver platter to him. He reached out to me. We literally text one night, like maybe a couple hours of text exchange. Never heard from him again. A few weeks went by. She hits me up. She's like, hey, whatever happened? Did you guys end up like continue talking? I said, no, we talked that one night and then I didn't hear back. I was like, it's all good. And she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, well, why didn't you reach out to him? Like, girl, no, he needs to pursue me. So we went into this big old back and forth and she's like, well, I think that if you're interested, it's not a bad thing to be more direct. To me, in the beginning, it's so important for a man to be the pursuer. My way of showing interest is responding to the text message. If he invites me on a date, I go. I accept the date invitation. I give him the opportunity. That's me showing interest. I don't know. What does everybody else think? I feel like that's a hill I'm willing on, and everybody always jokes around like, oh, that's why you're gonna stay single, and I think that that's okay. The time will come when a man will find me. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. It's in the Bible, so I believe it hands down. So I don't know, what do you guys think?
You know, a lot of these modern women are expecting men to fund their lifestyle, upgrades, what they want, all that stuff, even before commitment is discussed, right? Do all of these things for me. You know, you have a woman that's 3 months in. Really, honestly and truly, a lot of these women, modern women, are asking for that even before 3 months, right? So you come in 2 to 3 weeks in, and they're saying, why hasn't he offered to cover half the Miami trip with the girls? Why hasn't he offered to pay for my hair and nails, right? And then they'll say something stupid like, my ex always invested in experiences with me. Where's he at? What's going on with him? You know, why are you guys not together anymore? Why are you not with your ex? You know, why would I be paying for a girl's trip when we haven't even had a talk about a relationship yet? That's not really an investment. That's just you testing how much you can extract early on. And that's a lot of times, and a huge reason why a lot of these guys out here are checking out, opting out of dating. That's not even dating. That's not even dating. That's you over there trying to be you're not a good person. I'll say it like that.
Hey, yo, let me holler at y'all, yo. Listen, if your girlfriend tell you to stop communicating with another woman and you don't, that's telling her that you're choosing that girl over the relationship. And it's like, it might even be innocent. It might be a friend. It might even be a colleague. But at the end of the day, if you respect your girl enough, and you love her enough, and you love the relationship enough, then it shouldn't even be a question. If she asks you, yo, babe, you don't feel comfortable with me? Oh, yeah? I said, bet, it's done. That right there will reassure her, you know, and maybe after communicating, you can revisit that after respecting her wishes at a later date. You feel me? And be like, yo, babe, this is who that person was. She might respect it, and she might not. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, you owe loyalty to your woman, you know? You owe loyalty to your relationship. And I've been in relationships where people used to question, you know, yo, why are you talking to her? I need you to stop. I'm like, yo, it's just somebody, a friend, it's just a coworker. I don't care. Your woman know exactly what's going on. She know you. She know who she dating. And she also know women. So she might see things that you might not even peep. And she's asking you to chill, you know, and then we questioning it. But fellas, before we question shit, put the shoe on the other foot. Will we feel comfortable after asking our woman and she doesn't? How would that make you feel? So before we start to be like, nah, and get defensive, put yourself in their shoes, yo.
And the one thing that modern women will continue to do is talk themselves out of help. They'll continue to talk themselves out of assistance. And they'll continue to let their pride and their ego get them in trouble. I don't need no man. I don't want you to take the lead. Get out of my way. I can do it. Or I don't need no man. I don't need you to provide. I can do this, and this. And when a man step back and say, oh, you got it, because that's a man's nature, is a step back. If you told me you got it, that's what I would do with my friends. I'm trying to help you out unless I see you falling over. then I'm not going to help. Okay, he said he got it. That's a boundary that men don't cross. Not a lot of times. If he say he got it, he got it. I don't think he does, but if he says he got it, he got it. Unless he don't, I can clearly see he don't got it. Modern women are the world's best at continuing to show face, to put on a front. And a man said, I wouldn't have it at this point in time. I think she needs help. But she told me not to help. She told me to leave her alone. I can't really tell if she needs help or not. And even when you can see that that woman clearly needs help, once again, there's been some weird stuff going on with these modern women to where you go and try to help them and they turn on you. So everything that I would have done naturally as a man, I'm second guessing myself because you've twisted and turned everything with your bad behavior.
An awful woman is just an average man. A woman who leaves her children is an awful woman, but that's just an average man. 80% of single parent households in America, it's a single mom, not a single dad. And yet a single mother is an awful woman, while a single father is an amazing man. A woman who interrupts is rude and self-centered, but that's just your average man. A woman who can't express her feelings is an awful woman, but that's just an average man. A woman who goes to work without makeup or a bra, that's unprofessional, but that's just an average man.
Honey is full of shit. Okay. First of all, I want you to notice how men are painted. Your average guy. She's not saying guy. She's saying average guy. Your average man, according to her, leaves his children, interrupts, can't express feelings. I don't know what that goes to work without a bra, honey. I hope your man's going to work without a bra on, is all I'm saying.
Fastest way to lose interest in a man that you are obsessed with is not distraction, it's actually rewiring your brain. Fixation isn't actually love, it's a neurological loop. Neuroscience shows that romantic obsession actually activates the same part in your brain as addiction, meaning you're not attached to that man, you're attached to the hope. That is why time apart from him doesn't make you like him less, usually it makes you more hooked on him. This is because of intermittent reinforcement. And his attention is unpredictable, meaning you don't know when you're going to get a text back from him. When you finally do, the dopamine in your brain goes off like fireworks, and you mistake that euphoric feeling for being so attached to this man. This is why no contact is so successful. It's neurological. And the reinforcement being his breadcrumbs stop completely. The pathways in your brain that are attached to this man weaken. And then step 2, you have to collapse the fantasy. Your brain is attached to his potential, who he could be one day. When you actively refocus on your incompatibilities, your unmet needs in your relationship, his red flags, and I bet there's a lot, traction fades so effing fast. And lastly, you have to replace the dopamine source. You remove the stimulus, being him and his inconsistencies, without replacing those dopamine hits with something else. Your brain panics and reaches for what's familiar, which is usually him. Best thing to replace it with is effort-based rewards. Working out, reading, learning a new hobby. This resets the dopamine baseline in your brain and speeds up detachment. The bottom line is obsession disappears when your brain stops expecting a reward. And that is not willpower, babe. That is neuroscience.
Some women have been single for so long they don't date anymore. They grant you access to their peaceful little empire like a reluctant queen handing you a visitor's badge. You text her good morning and she's already annoyed like why are you disturbing the sacred silence of my personal gross journey? You think you're gonna be her boyfriend? Bro, she's sleeping diagonally in her bed for 3 years. She's not giving up that territory because you opened the door and paid for a coffee. Her vibe is I love the idea of you, but your physical presence is kind of ruining my aesthetic. You plan a cute date, she's thinking that sounds nice, but also I could stay home, deep clean my apartment, do a 12-step skincare routine, order sushi, and not have to listen to a man breathe. Romantic surprises, risky. You show up unannounced with flowers, cool. She already scheduled her evening. 2-hour bubble bath, wine, rewatching Pride and Prejudice for emotional stability. You're not part of the itinerary, Jonathan. You try to check in emotionally. How are you feeling? She's feeling fantastic because you're not here. When she says, I need space, she doesn't mean I am upset. She means she wants to lay face down on her bed for 3 hours without explaining it to anyone. You're not competing with other guys. There are no other guys. You're competing with her weighted blanket, her peace, her cat named Chairman Meow, and the simple joy of not having to share her fries. And the second you cause even 0.0001% stress, gone, vanished, back to her solo adventures and 87 unread therapy newsletters. Are you okay? Yes, she's thriving. She just booked a solo trip to Iceland while you were still composing your Good Morning Beautiful text. Dating a girl who is used to being alone is not romance, it's extreme sport for your self-esteem.
There's a lot of women that are saying, you know, they want the provider man, but they don't want to do anything. They don't want to cook, they don't want to clean. Girl, you're gonna have to do something. Like, you can't just sit at home and be a slob. That's not ladylike anyways. Girl, get up. Either go clock in on somebody's clock or clock in on them dishes. The choice is yours.
Don't test a man's patience and then play victim when he finally reacts. You can't poke him, you can't push him, and you cannot cross the lines and then act shocked when he finally changes his tone or his attitude. A man can honestly be the most patient, understanding person that you've ever met. He can forgive, he can hold his tongue, and he can try to be gentle. He really can. But his patience has a limit. His kindness has a limit. And if you push him to that limit, you will meet a version of him that you are going to wish that you've never met. But you got him there. It's not because he's evil. It's because he is done with your attitude and being poked and pushed. When a man finally reaches his limit, he doesn't negotiate anymore. He will show you his boundary and he will enforce it with no hesitation and no softness or kindness because, sorry, you don't earn it at this point now. The trigger is almost always the same. Disrespect. And remember this, respect is oxygen to a man. You can argue, you can disagree. That is just being human. That's normal. And you can have a bad day and be emotional. It's okay. But if you embarrass him, if you mock him, if you talk to him crazy, if you have these power games, and if you make him feel small, you're just lighting a fuse. So get ready when it finally goes off. When that fuse hits, you're going to see the consequences. He's going to become cold. He's going to become distant. He will stop explaining himself and he's going to stop trying. So don't let it get there. That is your control. Learn how to build respect around him. Learn how to disagree without losing it and learn how to talk without throwing a tantrum because men carry stress that most women will never see. And the strongest men still have their limits. So protect the respect and you will protect the relationship.
You don't lose a good man in one mistake. Mm-hmm. You lose him in patterns, in the small disrespect, in the constant criticism, in the effort that slowly fades. A good man doesn't just wake up and stop caring, but over time he realizes something, that the peace he's looking for is no longer in that relationship.
To all the act like y'all so confused in the comment section, yo ho running laps around you. Fast as she can. She got a for everything you go do. Y'all niggas really make me sick acting stupid. What the else you think she finna do with that tablet? Talk to her other dummies? Some of y'all be deserving this that be happening to y'all cause y'all be too stupid. Or y'all be too stupid. And for the that keep playing these dirty games, when that catch up with you and he swanton bomb yo, oh well. Don't call nobody. Deal with that.
Can we all talk about Father Mike Schmitz? I showed him to a girlfriend who's not Catholic, and she's like, "When's Mass?"
What about the man needing? That's just a cultural narrative that basically says men are like animals, and they have to be able to do this thing, otherwise they're going to go crazy. And the reality is, there's whole vocations that are celibate, and these are virile men, men's men. Some of the most masculine of men I know are priests. We need food. We need air to breathe. We don't need. It's a gift of coming together, and it's designed to bring life into the world.
I think the sexiest thing about a guy is like their self-control, and my husband has amazing self-control. So after baby number 4, when we started practicing NFP, it was like we couldn't do it sometimes when we wanted to, and that kind of made things a little steamier, like not gonna lie. It's hard on him too, don't get me wrong. People will say, well, oh, do you just do other things for your husband?
Let's explore what women want. Men should pay on first dates, men should provide, protect, men should be chivalrous, husband should be willing to for you. Yes. So if women can have the standard, men should protect. If women say men should be willing to, how can you object to me saying a woman should be my servant? How could you actually object?
I'm just saying, if you're willing to for me,
me? Sure. Okay, I'm gonna do your laundry and cook for you. Yeah, and clean
So
for you.
Jocelyn, you said husband should be willing to protecting me. So I actually think that's a higher calling of sacrifice.
But I'm also giving birth to your children. I'm also making your apartment a home. I'm contributing to your mental, emotional well-being, raising your kids.
But my objection here is the outrage over, oh my God, Brian, you want a woman to do an effortless bow and do your laundry and cook and clean for you? Y'all want men to for you.
I would die for my man. I'll bow to you if you're gonna get die.
Bow.
No, I ain't bowing to you.
Bow,
I'm not bowing to you because I don't respect you.
What's wrong with chivalry? Like, what's actually wrong with it? I don't understand why people are like, they trying to get rid of chivalry completely. It's a form of, hey, you're a woman and I think you're special. Like, because you're
romance.
a female.
I'm sorry, it's so romantic.
Yes.
I can't lie to myself and say that I don't enjoy it. Yeah,
on
or
the
to be
first
thought
date
of.
or other dates, if he's paying, please take it. If you want to be dominant and independent, and
if I wanted to be a man, I'd grow a.
Well, yeah, potentially. But we don't want to be a man. But yes,
What I'm saying is, if I wanted to be a man, I'd grow some balls.
Yes, but if you wanted to be a man, you would then do like what I used to do, which is pay for my meals or go on dates and pay for other men. Don't do that, women. You deserve to be treated different because we are different. We do birth babies. We do breastfeed. We also don't breastfeed, but we do other things that men can't.
Yeah.
So allow yourself to be treated in such a way.
Listen.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
What are we supposed to do about lots of girls saying they don't want to be approached at all in public? First of all, I think you meant to say women, but we'll let that one slide for now. And I don't know who all these women are because the vast majority, if not every single woman I've spoken with, wants to be approached in public again, opposed to just relying on online dating. The key is that you as a man have to have more attentiveness to the nuances of the situation, right? It all depends on when you do it and then how you do it. So first of all, when? Never approach a woman when she's working out. Just let her work out. Never approach a woman when she's in a potentially vulnerable situation, i.e. at night, walking to her car, taking public transit, and also when she's like very clearly in a rush. I think that goes for both genders. It's just common courtesy. And then secondly, how? Be respectful. Say, hi, excuse me, give them a compliment, ask for the time, start some small talk, whatever. And then if/when they say they're not interested in you or show it very clearly with their body language, back off. Don't push it. No one's gonna get mad at you for respectfully approaching a stranger in public and then leaving them alone when they want to be left alone. That's fine. No one's gonna cancel you or whatever for that. The problem is some men don't seem to understand this. And if you can't get it through your head that you have to be respectful and a little bit more aware of what's going on before approaching a woman in public, then I can't help you because you have brain damage, most likely from playing football.
So here's what I've decided. And here's what I think all women should do who are single and like this age. When going out on a first date with a man, coffee, forget the drinks. Here's what we do, ladies. Trader Joe's. Tell our men, you want to meet? You're going to meet at Trader Joe's. We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to meet there because number one, fully populated, safe. Okay? Number two, I want to see how you shop. I want to know what you're eating. I want to know how you snack. I want to know if your snacks are cauliflower or if it's chips and cookies and cake. I want to know if we vibe with our food choices. I want to know how you shop. I want to know how nice you are to the cashier. I want to see it in real time. This is what we're doing, ladies. Forget the dinners and the coffees and those meetups where it's kind of like a job interview and we're all on our best behavior. I want to see how you are in a crowded grocery store when the little old lady is, taking up the whole aisle and you have to wait your turn or say, excuse me, I want to see what you do, sir. I want to see what you do. That's my flex. I'm going with it.
You're so confused if she likes you. You don't know how she feels about you. Well, answer this simple question. Is she behaving like she's afraid to lose you? Is she making it hard for you to leave her? Or is she making it really easy for you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna walk away from this girl. Because I'll tell you this, if a girl likes you, really admires you, respects you, wants you in her future, she will make that clear. Not by saying it straight out to you, not by the way that she acts or looks at you, but by the things that she doesn't do. She won't disrespect you. She won't call you a name. She won't tell you to shut up or leave her alone. She won't ignore you for 3 days when you didn't really do anything wrong. She's not gonna make it easy for you to lose her. She's gonna be her best. She's gonna be her best self because she thinks that that's what you deserve. Because to the extent that she admires and respects you and wants you to be her man in her life for the long haul, she is going to confront the things in herself that she thinks, that might turn him away from me. That might risk me losing him. She's not going to want to lose you. So she's going to confront those things within herself before it comes out of her mouth, before it gets to you, before it makes you second guess. How does she even feel about me? Does she even care about me or like me? If she's not operating like she really wants to keep you in her life and she's even a little bit scared to lose you or ruin what you guys have, she doesn't feel the way that you feel about her. She doesn't feel that about you.
I've been the one that's always in my situations like hurt the girl, you know what I mean? I don't say that like I feel bad about it. I be feeling bad because it's like I really might like a girl. I really might rock with a girl. And it's just like, I guess I'm just not in the point to fully lock in with one girl. That's why I think I said on some podcasts, I'm finna like try this little celibacy thing, dog. I'm finna like.
You celibate right now?
Yeah, like I'm really.
How long has it been?
It's been a little minute.
How long?
It's been a little minute.
A week?
You can take that as you want. It's been a little minute.
2 days. All right, it's Fashion Week in New York right now.
I'm gonna say, I ain't done nothing.
Oh, for real?
But like, the reason for that, I'm gonna tell you the reason for it. I seen my mom and my dad married for 32 years. We're from Missouri, so it's a small, it's a small state, a small area, and like that still exists. So a lot of people that ask these questions, do men always cheat? Do women always cheat? It's people that are living in these big cities that all they see is people cheating on each other. Yeah. But like where I'm from, like a marriage and like a healthy household still existed. So my mom and my dad have been rocking for 32 years, had 7 kids. So for me, that was always the goal, is to like find a good woman, settle down, have some kids, chill out, post-career, and do my thing. So to me, that's the goal. But I feel like because I've been exposed to so much and been around so much and been, like seen so many beautiful women, been around so many beautiful women, like I feel like my vision is like blurry. Like I can't even tell if this girl is like a wifey type or if she's like, and then even if I do take her serious, I'm comparing her to these other girls because like so I feel like I gotta like detox. Like I feel like I gotta detox, and then if I take some time away and I come back, I'll be able to like see a little bit. I'll be able to see a little bit clearly what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I don't even know what I want or what.
A lot of these modern women refuse to go 50-50. They refuse. I was listening to Stephen A. The other day, and I think he was doing an interview with him. I want to say Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about all of the things that he brought to the table. And he was like, man, if I'm walking in and I'm having to cook, after all of the things that I bring to the table, I'll take you out to eat. I'll take you out to eat. I'll take you, and he started listing off the things that, I'll do that for you. But if I have to come in after doing all of that and cook, what do I need you for? And that's the thing a lot of men are asking. You don't have any money. I'm still going to ask the same question. If I have to go out there and bust my band, because the work's going to be the same. The work is going to be the same. If I have to go out there, I might not get paid as much as Stephen A. But I put in a lot. I might even put a lot more effort than Stephen A. He might be working in terms of mental. I might be working in terms of physical. The work that I do takes a physical toll on my body. And so if I'm putting my body on the line, he puts his mind on the line or whatever. If we're doing that, but in different ways, we're going to ask the same question. Because the sacrifice is going to be the same. The mental effort, the physical effort is going to be similar. And so I'm going to arrive as a man at the same conclusion. And that's going to be, What is it that you're bringing to the table? I'm telling you, they don't understand. You're going to run into that same question at every level. And the only difference between a man that you think is a lower level and the man that you think is a higher level is that man's going to sit there and look at you. Did I stutter? No.